All right, awesome. We're live. So this is BG Labs. We're working on this streaming grant exploration where we had hackers from Jesse's Hacker House, and now we want to deploy a website that streams grant funding to them, and we want to build it all with Scaffold-eth too. We did the day one where we looked through the contract and kind of set up like an array. Actually, it was a mapping of structs, right, of the builders and their cap and their last, and then it had a frequency built in. And then there was this unlocked builder amount that you could see how much was unlocked from each stream. And today we're going to do like some front end stuff. Carlos is going to show us some hooks, and we can also talk through just like the whole trade-off of on-chain versus gas efficient. And because what we need to do now is list all those streams and show them to everyone, right? The website should say, here's the mandate. You should be working on something, building something awesome, making a public good. And then here's all the streams to everyone and how much they could withdraw. And then maybe even we have the history of withdrawals. But today we just want to show those streams. Is that right, Carlos?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like I personally like when I'm building something, I like my first goal is to make like a end-to-end like working version of everything, right? Like some people might want to like be super perfectionist and build each piece at each time, but I prefer to build like the whole thing because you get like more context, right? And you can always like go back and improve. So the other day we kind of did the contract. I mean, I'm sure that we will have to go back to the contract and maybe add some stuff, but I think today we should have like a functional UI, even if it's not like super pretty, but we can have like a functional UI, and that, you know, lists all the users, all the builders, and you can log with your account and withdraw some amount with some reason. And then, you know, let's see how we take it from there. I don't know. What do you think?
Sounds good to me. How are you feeling, Etta?
Yeah, let's build a prototype.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
You want to share your screen, Carlos?
Yeah. Can you share it for me? It's like there, right?
Yeah. There we go.
Yes. So
right?
you see my
IDE,
right? Yes, I think
yep.
so. Yeah. So
okay.
I just like pulled like the Austin's repo. So this is like the stuff that we did the other day, right? We created the contract and add like a little front end. So let's first, I already like did git pull the yarn install. So now let's do like the 3 magic commands, right? Like the yarn chain in the local hardhat node. Then let's deploy the contract. And then let's start the application. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Should be here in a moment. Loading.
Scaffold-eth 2.
Yes.
I'm the hype man.
Oh.
There it is.
Yes. Oh man, like this is spaces. I mean,
who made
I don't
this
know.
front end? This is so beautiful.
I don't know if we can, you know, be friends, Austin, after this. Yeah.
The padding is so bad. Yeah. You're critical of the padding.
At least they're centered.
Yeah, centered.
Without
I got the div centered and I'm done.
So yeah. Let's see. Is this welcome?
Is the contract deployed?
Yeah, let's see.
Because you're reading a stream amount, so it's must all be good to go.
I guess like this owner is your partner wallet, I think.
Yeah,
okay,
so you want to set that up
that.
in the deploy. Yeah.
Let's go to the hardhat, like to the deploy script, and then let's paste my address in there. Here. Okay. Let's do it again. Wow. It's deploying. See. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm the owner. So yeah, maybe let's add some builders here. Like let's add myself with 1 ETH. Yeah, maybe I can like open like a new incognito and get like another person here.
And thinking through, when we're trying to think of a minimum viable prototype, thinking through the process of adding builders, thinking through that stuff is kind of an admin thing. I'm fine just using this control, right? Like we don't need to be thinking about building an admin control quite yet. What we're thinking about is once these are populated, how we're going to display them. So right now, the stuff you're doing is just like getting the data in there so we have something to test and mess around with. But this stuff is like, we'll take whatever interface we can get for admin stuff.
That's true. And by the way, like for testing, maybe not for today, but we should add like some, like we could automate this into the deploy script. So whenever like to deploy, you create like maybe like 10 streams to test, right? But for now, like we are fine. We have like a bunch, like only a couple. So we have like this builder and this builder added. So if I check this address, it should say like 0.5, right? Okay. So what we did the other day, I think it was just like trying to like maybe use like some hooks, like the scaffold hooks that we have on top of WACME hooks. We have like the read, so we are like reading the unlocked amount that we have for the connected account, and also the write hook to just like withdraw. Like this is like hard coded and this is hard coded. So I think the next step will be maybe to have the list of builders that are on the contract, and maybe we can display the unlocked amount for each of these, and then the like a little button to say withdraw, and maybe you can enter a reason and the amount, and you can withdraw if your connected amount and your connected account is the one that is on that list. What do you think?
So
the big question is going to be how we list those users. Go ahead, Edda.
I was just going to say, I'm kind of confused. So we're first building like the admin panel or the panel for the users, like the people to withdraw for.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't. I didn't mean to even talk about the admin panel stuff. I was just talking about in a bare minimum way. All we need is the list of the users and displaying it. Yeah. The admin stuff could even be an ether scan if we had to, but we won't have to because we have some Scaffold-eth stuff. But,
yeah, like I mean that is like the good thing, right? Like we have like this debug contract on Scaffold-eth, so it makes this is like actually like the admin panel. I mean, we can.
It's good enough.
This, like,
exactly.
Good enough. Yeah.
So the minimum viable is figuring out how we get a list of users. That's the big question: is how are we going to list these users?
Okay.
And there could be, I imagine, a long-term strategy where every time you add a stream, an event gets triggered, and we parse those events, and then we look through the users. Or possibly we could store the users in an array, and you could look through the array of addresses on chain and add and remove from that array. I think no matter what, eventually we'll have like a more complicated read function that we could just ask it, given these 5 addresses, what does the stream look like? There's a lot of different ways to do that, but I think, Carlos, you've kind of mentioned it maybe off camera. The like minimum viable product is let's just have a list of the addresses right in the front end and display what we can get from the contract now, and then kind of iterate on that once we have like a 0 to 1.
Yeah, I think that's like the best option, and then we can always like iterate and make like something like better. But also one thing, like maybe some people is saying, but you have the addresses here. Why can't you just like get the addresses from the mapping? That's a question that I had at the beginning. Like we are using this mapping and we have the addresses here. So why can't we just like give me like this like keys of this mapping, right? So why can't we do that? I mean, it's because
the nature of a mapping, right? Like if you're in Solidity and you're thinking about how you're storing things, a mapping is really nice because you can create a map from like any given address now has this other data type, but you can't iterate through those. You can't look those up on chain, and that's where the drawback is. Whereas if we had an array of addresses and we were storing every single array or every single address in an array, we were adding and removing from that array, it's going to be more gas intensive, but then we can loop through the array, and you have to make that decision as you're making your contract.
Yes. And the other option would be here, right? Like we actually have like a comment here. We could also have like this event that we fire whenever we create like a new stream. So we can also like get those events. And I think that will be cheaper, right? That would be like also like more gas intense, but it's like cheaper than storing like an array, I think.
And if we even zoom out even farther, we also said this off camera, but what is the minimum viable stuff that has to be in the contract, right? And that's basically just funding, right? The funds need to come in decentralized and go out decentralized. But like in terms of the list could just be on a website if we had to, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like the important stuff is happening on chain, right? Like which is like the payments, like the storing the funds and getting the payments out. That's like the important stuff. Like if you get the list from Firebase or from like a Web2 database, I think it's not that a big of a deal. I mean, like personally, I think, because I think like the important stuff is happening on chain. I'm sure that some people will say no, but everything needs to be on chain, which I don't think so. But yeah.
If they're willing to pay for it, then they can do it that way also, right?
Yeah,
and I think that there's different chains even with different assumptions about cost and stuff like that. So it'll all be different for different applications. And for us, I think let's just do it hard-coded in the front end at first, just to see how it works. And then let's iterate on that as we have better prototypes and ideas.
So let's start with the hard coding, right? We can do like, how can we call it? Maybe like builder.
List. Yep.
Yep. Oh, Copilot. No, I don't want this. So I guess we want an array, right? So we can maybe get my address here, and also the other. I get another one.
And when I'm thinking of the very first product, I'm thinking of 9 to 12 streams that we will set up from the beginning, and that will be pretty static. So technically, this idea of this list, like this could be the live website, and we just put the 12 people's addresses in, and we're good to go.
And it's going to be fine. Yeah. Okay. So now maybe we can like list these addresses, right? We have like this fancy address component, so we can iterate through that array, and maybe we can just display these addresses for now. Okay. So sorry for this, Austin, but I'm going to remove all of your stuff. I prefer to start like on a blank state, if you don't mind.
At least my code's clean because of the auto formatter.
Yes. Okay, so maybe we can. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave like the welcome. I like the welcome. Yes. Okay, this is nice. Okay. So we are not using this. We are not using this. So we can have like hackers, right? We can have like a list of hackers, right? Maybe. Okay. Oh, that's ugly. Okay. Now, yeah, we can. We are using like I think we mentioned this. We are using like Tailwind and the ACUI, so you can just basically do like a margin top. I don't know, 5. We can do font. So I think it's font both, right? That's better. Maybe I think the size is what is the size? Size. Something I always have like a Tailwind open.
Yeah.
So I would say like size, and then
font size.
Text.
So text,
whatever.
Text,
we
and then
like
dash small
maybe
XL.
XL maybe.
Yep. Let's see.
Good enough.
Good enough.
Bigger. Okay. Let's do like 3 XL. Boom. How about now? Yeah, that's good.
So big.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So now let's iterate through the array. Okay. So we can do build. Look at this. I mean, amazing. Yeah.
It's already ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is exactly what I want. Yeah. Right.
Let's see if the front end displays it. There we go. We got a list of addresses.
It's not. Maybe we can do like
maybe a div around it with a little padding. Yeah.
Yes. Padding, of course. Super important.
Got to have the padding.
Maybe we can do like a class name here, and we can do padding. Like 4. I don't know. Okay. I mean, not bad, right?
Looks
maybe
good. Yeah.
I think we need to do like maybe we can do like a button for here. So it's
that looks a little better. Yeah.
A little better. I think it's like the key is complaining because of the key. We can do here. Okay. So what is next? Now we are not doing anything on chain right now. We are just like displaying like a list of addresses that we know that are on the contract. But we need to get like some information from the contract from those addresses. So
In the first example, we use scaffold-eth read, and we read the balance for one address. But in this case, we've got an array full of addresses. Do we create an array full of hooks? You can't even do that. What do you do, Carlos?
Yes.
Show us the way.
So we are using, on the past example, we're using like the scaffold-eth hook called like use scaffold contract read and write, and that's like just like a wrapper for the WAGMI. I mean, we can actually like take like a quick look. So we can, let's do like the read here, read. So if you scaffold contract read. So if you see here, we are using like this use contract read from WAGMI, and it's basically what we are doing is just like filling some data for you. So we have, the deployed contract, we know the address, we know the ABI, so we are just filling that for you. So that's like super easy to use. But yeah, in this case, we need like a few addresses, right? So this is not going to work because we are going to call, for example, this function, and we can only pass like one builder address. So we need to call this function like multiple times. So since we are using WAGMI,
can I jump in and say that this is a good time when you're using scaffold-eth and you're making this request, you're realizing that maybe as you're iterating on both your front end and your smart contract at the same time, maybe we should jump into the smart contract, and we shouldn't because today we're doing front end stuff. But you as the builder, you could jump back into your smart contract and make an array group read function, right? And this is when you're working on scaffold-eth, you get the experience of both how it feels in the front end and what it looks like in the Solidity, and you can kind of change those things in Symfony and go back to your contract and make a better read function and then see it show up in the front end. So, and a lot of times people write their smart contracts first, and then later on down the road, 6 months, someone builds a front end for it and then discovers some of these extra things should have been here. So I just wanted to point out that as you are in that iterative phase, you should kind of have that hint right here that you could jump back to your contract and make a few changes. You're not stuck with the contract, right? But today we're stuck with the contract because we're trying to stick with the front end.
No, but exactly. That's why I prefer to build like everything working, like at least like the happy path, at least, because you get the general view of everything. If you only focus on the contract, you don't know yet how like the UI is going to, what the UI is going to need. So that's why like this iterative approach I think is better. Okay, so how can we get like multiple calls to this? Where is it? We want to call two things, right? We want to call like the unlocked amount for all the builders, and also we want to call the streams for each builder, right? So we will get like the information for each stream and also the unlocked amount for a given builder on that stream. So you'll say, okay, this person has like a 1 ETH cap stream, and now he has like a 0.5 unlocked, right? So we want to get all that data for all the people. So since we are using WAGMI, we can, let's see, what is it here? I have WAGMI here, and we can go to hooks. And there is like this, we're using on Scaffold-eth, we are using like use contract read, but they also have use contract reads with an S. Nice. So I think this looks good, and we can like check the example here. I don't know if this is like big enough.
So it gives you an array of the contract and the function name with optional args.
Yes. So in this case, for example, they are calling like different contracts with different arguments. In our case, it's going to be the same contract, right? But with different arguments, like, so the same contract. Yeah. Okay. So let's maybe, let's copy this. Then we can here. Okay. So let's use the data, and this, how can we call this? This is going to be like stream info data, for example. And then let's import this from WAGMI, right? Okay, so now we need to provide like an array for these calls. So maybe we can like generate outside here, right? Like we can do like a map here.
I think we
can
need
do-
to generate the array, right? Like putting
Yes.
it in like this isn't going to work because we have dynamic addresses. We have a
Yes.
list. So it seems like we need to create this array outside of this.
Yes. So
Thing
maybe
here.
we can do like a stream info bits, and then we can build the arrays. We can iterate here map. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. For no, I actually want. Okay, this is going to be the same, right? Like here, they are using. Let's copy this. We want the stream contract. And then we have this useful hook called use deployed contract info on Scaffold-eth, and we can do your contract with auto completion. Yeah, that's really nice. And then let's say like contract data. I don't know. What is this? Now, since everything is typed, we can just hover here and say, okay, no, data. This will be. So yeah, so we can do address. We can do contract data. That's exactly what we need. And then for the ABI, contract data dot ABI. That's perfect. So because this is going to be like the same for each element of the array, right? Like because it's going to be like the same contract, so we can do directly this string contract. Oops, not that
Style.
So does this make sense to you?
Yep.
Yeah. Austin
Yep.
and Eda? Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So
and we can delete that stuff, right? Like we're not going to have
then,
the address and ABI. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Now it makes sense.
Okay. And now what we need is we can
dynamically we need to fill in the args with the builder address,
yes.
right? So we need to create an args here.
The args.
Here
and that's going to be directly this, right?
Yep.
This is complaining. I think I'm not like closing something. It's here.
There we go.
Okay. What else? Let's see if we need something else. Oh, the function name, right? Within the function name, which is going to be the same for everyone. Because we are going this address with this ABI to this function contract and with these args, right? Which is the only thing that is going to be different from it for each builder. So this is going to be
and we're actually going to have to do this twice. So it makes me think we should definitely have like a read function in the contract that we only call one single read function for the address.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. So what do we need? We are going to call like this, for example, like the first one, like the stream. You mean that we are going to need to use it for here and for here, right? We need to do,
It's like two different calls, which means we have to duplicate all that stuff here. We have to build two different lists with two different function names and call the hook twice. Whereas we could just go make one little read function in our contract and save us a lot of work on the front end.
Like this, right? Should be. Oh no, we
are. What's the function name? Is streamed build? Oh, you're hitting the mapping first. Okay, I would have hit the unlocked amount first for some reason, but So you're looking at what their cap and frequency is for each stream.
Yes. Yeah, I call it like stream info. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the best name, but yeah, maybe we can do. Let's see if that works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Let's see. Okay, I think it's working, right?
So it's just an array. Oh no, it's the cap and the last. Yep.
Yes.
So for each of your list of hackers, you're going to the contract and you're getting their cap and their last from that struct. Yeah, and the third thing we need is how much is unlocked, because we need that in combination. So you could actually, like the way you're building your array, you could take out the function name and you could craft the first array, and then you could create a new array by adding the different function name to two different things to call two different functions, and then loop through it. Or we could just go make a read function in the contract.
Yeah,
what do you think?
That's true. No, maybe we can just like display this data first. Maybe we can like display the data that we got.
Yep.
So I guess this would be like here, right? Like next to the address. Okay.
Yep.
So we have two things here. We have the cap and the last, right? So I think we will need like the index, right? Because like we get back like an array which is like indexed. So I think we will need like a index here for the builder, right? Because when we want to read this array, we will need like the 0 is going to be like for the first builder, and the second one for the second builder. So we need like the index here on this map function. Okay, so what do we have here? Stream data. Maybe we can let's see what happens. Let's do like a dirty div here.
I like to do like a pre tag. I just throw it in that.
Yeah,
see what comes up.
Yeah. But since we already like the console log, so we know that.
Yeah.
So we like this index, right? And then I guess we can do like cap, right? And this is going to be complete. Yeah, for sure, because it's a big number. So we can do like you have to check, like we can do like a string. Yeah, maybe we need to, because this can be like undefined, since like it's like reading, it takes some time. Oh, nice.
There we go. Okay.
So how it was this? Like
we need to format it.
It's like ethers, it's like utils, format ether, like that.
Yeah. What should it be called? Should it be called way to ETH, or to ETH, or two way? I don't know what the right way to call that function is, but we should wrap it with Scaffold-eth and call it the right thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Technically, it's probably called the right thing, but a handier, more intuitive name is what I mean.
Okay, well, okay. Now he's complaining.
You have to do that
like formatting something.
Right? Yeah, you have to do stream.
Maybe like this, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, if this is not defined, if this is not ready, it will say like 0. So this is like the
I see. State. That's a cool trick.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, nice. Okay, so now we can do like the same for that's the cap. So we can do the same for, I mean, we could do the same for the last, but I think the last we are not going to need.
It's going to be a number, not a, Let's see what it looks like. You won't format it though. Yeah, take out the format ether.
Yeah, because in this case it's like that's like the timestamp, right? So.
Oh, it's a timestamp. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which is not very valuable in this case, but we have it here. I mean, that's like the good. And this, if we want to go this way, because this is complaining for sure. Yeah, this is TypeScript, right? Because TypeScript is saying, okay, you are using these like hooks from WACME, but I don't know what this should be. Because they have, if you want actually to make like type safety, if you want to get types here, you need to provide this ABI. Instead of being dynamic, it needs to be like this. You need to paste the ABI here in order to be type safe.
Okay.
But we can also, since we know what this is, I mean, because we know that this is going to return this stuff, maybe we can do like the types ourselves, right? We can do like a interface or something to, I guess data. Yeah, let's see. Let's try. I mean, I'm not promising anything, but let's try. We can do like an interface, and we call like stream info. I mean, this is perfect. Yeah, this is exactly what I need. So this is big number.
And then you type it with that stream info.
Yeah. Now the returning data here, I think it's here, right? This is going to be data. Is going to be an array. Okay. Why don't you like it? Oh, because it can also be like undefined. Okay.
Oh man, type safety.
Yeah, but I mean, that's if you are not familiar with TypeScript, like, don't worry. I mean, this is like, you get like this, like all the red stuff here. Like if I remove this, you get like all this like red stuff in your IDE, but that's fine. I mean, that doesn't mean that it's not going to work. Like all valid JavaScript is valid TypeScript. So don't worry. At the beginning, you are going to get like all these like TypeScript errors, and you can also like disable this on your IDE. So say at least do like a warning and not like an error. So let's keep it like this. But this makes sense, right? It's just like we are like typing the response is going to be undefined when it's like loading, or an array or stream info. Now everything is
Looks good.
Looks good. Okay, so this, let's see if this is still working. Okay, good. So maybe we can do like some like flex magic to display. I know that Austin and Eda love like flex.
Yeah.
I do like flex and then some gap 4.
Let's see it.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at that.
Oh.
Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah. Now it's like like a real product. Okay. So what is next? Maybe we can do like what Austin you were saying, like the
amount unlocked. Yeah. So also like we're showing just the timestamp here, and really you want to know how much time has passed. Their cap amount is stored, but it's mostly going to be the same for everyone. I feel like what I would do is, if I was building this, is I would go add a new read function that I give it an address or even an array of addresses, and it gives me back not the last time, but time passed. So it compares now versus their last time and gives me that timestamp or that time. Yeah. And then the other thing is the percent unlocked or something like that. Yeah. Like I would do the builder unlocked all in one function. Yeah. But maybe we could do some front end stuff. Let's maybe, like, what we're doing here is, let's maybe imagine this is already deployed and we're trying to build around the constraints. How would we go about in our front end displaying? What we need to do now is make a second call to the contract on a second function name asking for how much is unlocked. And then we're probably going to have to figure something else out for the whole timestamp difference thing, or the fact that we're getting a timestamp, not a time passed. But okay, here we go. It looks like you're setting up another set of reads.
Yes. So like you said, I think we can like move this function here, right? So we can like reuse the same one, and then this can be like amount.
Yep.
And then we do like the actual read, which is going to be like super similar. It's going to be stream unlock data. And then in this case, it's going to be
just a big int,
big number, right? It's going
number.
To be like a big number array. Yeah, I think that's going to be. I think we don't need that, but that's fine. Okay, and then here we can do this, right? So let's remove. This is going to be unlocked info, and then display this. What do you think? It's going to work or not?
Why doesn't it? Why is that red underline on 40?
Because it's not used.
Oh, okay,
it was not used. I think it wasn't used. Okay. So yeah. Going to work or not? What do you think?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Like 80. 80? I'm pretty confident here. Yeah.
Eda? How about you, Eda? I just want to know how much confidence do you have in me.
So. I'm confident. 99.
99. Oh my God. Yes. I don't know about that. Damn.
I trust you, Carlos.
Oh, nice. So we have like the two big numbers for each user.
So this would be the percent that's unlocked. Is that right? Okay. Of their total? Yeah.
Okay, maybe let's do it like this just for now. Like this is the cap, this is the last, and this is the unlocked, right? So it's more clear.
I mean, maybe we don't even need the cap and the last. Maybe the unlocked is all we really need. The cap and the last are like, do we even need the last timestamp? Because it's already calculating how much is unlocked.
We don't need it.
Really, we only maybe need to show the cap. So the whole timestamp thing I was talking about earlier is already calculated in the amount unlocked, and maybe you don't need that.
The only thing that I think that you might need the cap, not the last. The last you don't need the last,
right. But you need the cap to show you're 80% of the way full of your 2 ETH stream versus your 1 ETH stream, and that's a little different. Yeah.
So okay, let's remove the last. That's because as a confusing, it's just like a timestamp. It's not very useful. Yeah. But here we have so we have the stream unlock data for the index, and in this case we don't need this is just like a number. So let's see.
It probably needs. Oh, you're doing toString. Okay. Eventually, we'll want that to be a format ethers kind of thing. Yep.
We do it right now.
Oh no! Did we lose Eda? Oh no.
Eda. we keep going.
There we
and
go.
see.
So now you have it unlocked, and you have the
Okay.
cap. Yeah, there we go.
So I can maybe withdraw something, right? Maybe if I go here, I
And
can.
basically, what you could do is take those two numbers and divide them to get your percentage, and that's
Yes.
going to be the percent of your loading bar that I want. My cool loading bar. I've got it in my head. It's got to have a loading bar. There we go.
Oh no, this
Doing
is
a withdraw.
the amount, yeah, and then the reason. This is the reason, right? Yeah, no reason.
Yeah.
No reason.
No reason.
Stealing money, yeah.
Oh, there's
the
not
contract.
any money in the
yeah.
contract. So that's the
Yeah.
other thing. You were talking about when you deploy this thing, you should populate it with a bunch of streams. You should
Yes.
also fill the contract up with a bunch of ethers, so we don't have to do this every time. Too.
In this case, I think it's not that important. In this case, because we are not like redeploying the contract, right? We are just
Right.
like deploying once and we playing on the front end. Okay. So let's see. Boom! It worked.
Yeah. Yep. You were able to pull some out there. Nice. And then as you hit the faucet button, we should see that unlocked amount change.
It's not changing. Okay, let's
give it a second, right? It should. Oh, do you need to refresh?
But I think.
Do we need to?
I know what's happened. Remember that I saw that I said that we have like this like it changed, but yeah, you have to refresh. But I think we need to do like this watch flag to true.
Ooh.
We already have that on the Scaffold-eth contract.
Okay, that's one of those things that Scaffold-eth read does automatically.
Yes.
But since we're back on WagMe, yeah, okay.
Let's see if I hit the faucet. Let's see. It's not. Oh yeah,
there it does. Okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah, cool.
So that means as new blocks are mined, your stream will be automatically updating, and you'll be able to see that information kind of slowly fill back up. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so what is next?
I mean, like a withdraw button. I think we talked about this. So, like, I would do a visual representation of these two things and just show maybe just the final unlocked amount with some progress bar. But that's probably like maybe a second iteration on the front end. I think last time we did the shortest 0 to 1, and that was like, can we display the stream and can we withdraw the stream? So now this is like an array. So maybe we have the array displayed. Now we need the array withdraw, where you could hit a withdraw button, put in an amount and some reason, and then hit poll. But that would just be for you, right? Like you as the user. Yeah, it's only okay. So we already kind of have that built, sort of. I don't know how far we got with. No, we hard coded it, didn't we? We had a hard code button to do it.
Yeah, we hard coded like the amount and the reason, I think. So everything was hard coded. So we can. I mean, now I actually want to build like the green bar. Like the
yeah. It's really close. Like you just do the 0.92 divided by the 1 times 100, and you've got your percent for your percent bar.
So what do we do? The bar.
Here's edit. Wait, we got edit back. Let's. Oh,
oh my god! Edit's back.
Wait,
can you hear?
Yep. Can you hear us? Oh no, I don't know if she can hear us.
No.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I was lagging.
Oh, you can. You're slow playing us.
Can you hear me?
Dang. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, dope.
Cool. So maybe what do you want?
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
bar?
Either progress. Okay, so let's say minimum viable product. Let's say we had to launch today. We would want to put some text at the top that explains what's there. We'd want to show the balance of the whole contract, and then we'd want to show each builder and their kind of like their loading bar of what. I mean, technically this would work, the cap and the unlocked.
Yeah,
but I would say
need
like a loading bar is very close, but it doesn't need to be.
We don't really need the bar.
Amount. It could just be like percent unlocked or something like that.
Yes. So what if we do like, for example, we can do like a contract, like a stream contract balance, right? We can just like display the balance of the, and that's going to be super easy because we have like this balance.
Oh, I thought it was just going to autofill it for you.
But this is exactly what we want, right?
Getting too much used to autopilots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom. I mean, not the best display, but stream contract balance. Okay, so let's do like some. This is here. Maybe okay. One more thing, and this is just this is not needed for using this, but let's do it's font board, right? Okay. I mean, this is good enough, right?
Make it bigger though. We got to make the 13.75 ETH needs to be like H1 kind of thing, like extra,
Yeah.
like 6XL. Text
I think that
dash 6XL.
that balance, I think, is like, I mean, it's inside.
Oh, that's built
the
into
component.
this. I see.
I mean,
I
we
see.
could like do it, but yeah, maybe we will need like some like class names.
Yeah,
Maybe we have like a class name here, so maybe
like a
let's
class
see, I mean,
name you could pass into it. That could be
yeah, there's like a
interesting.
class name already. So let's see if that works. Like let's do. How was it? Like text
dash like 6XL. Yeah, save.
6.
Let's see it.
Boom.
I don't know. Boom. That's what I like that. Okay, that's what we need. Okay. Then we need to list the hackers and how much they have, and then we need to give them a little interface to withdraw from theirs. So basically the only thing that's missing here is if you're a hacker that is in the list, we need to display you a little interface to withdraw. Is that right?
Okay, what about if we do like we have the address, right? We have here the connected address.
Mm-hmm.
Here, yeah. So we have the address. So, but we have this builder address. So maybe this is quick and dirty, but we can do like if includes the address, then
yeah.
So we can you have look at this. You have been to have stream, right? Oh, yeah.
You put some quotes around it. Yeah. Oh,
like this.
There we go.
Okay. So
and then you could go there, and it says you have a stream, and then if you open an incognito window, it should not be there, right? If we
it should be there because this person is also on the
Oh, you don't have another. If you open another incognito window from
I have my Firefox
browser.
here. Firefox here. So let's see. Thinking about it.
It doesn't say anything about you having a stream. Yep. Okay, cool. So it works.
Okay. So, maybe we can, instead of saying like you have a stream, maybe let's build like the actual interface there, right?
Yep.
So we can, so my job 6. And then here we can have, what do we need here?
Basically an ether, well, let's see. It would be an input box and an ether input box, right? So a normal text right? input and then an ether input. And they fill both of those in and hit withdraw.
Placeholder, that can be
reason or something like that. Reason for withdrawing. Yeah.
For withdraw like this. The spelling, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm missing like
H. There's an H. Yep.
Okay. And now I guess like we will need like some states, right? Like the value is going to be some state that we need to create, like reason, and then we will need like change, right?
It would be like set reason or something like that. Oh, you'll need a value, and you set
but in this case,
the reason the value.
It's event, right? Event, and then it's going to be. I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we're talking to a raw input. Yeah.
Yeah. This event.
Target value.
Value. I think so. Yeah.
Classic
React.
Yeah. So now we go create the state. Does it just know that? So if you go up to create the state, is it just going to like fill it in for you? Come on. Oh my! Yes, thank you.
Yeah, but I don't like this, so I don't like the React part of it. Let's remove it. That.
Okay.
I don't know. That's like a personal preference.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if that works. Doesn't have any. That's because we are using like but maybe we can. Yeah, because we have like the other thing that we are going to use is like the ether input, right?
Yeah, and it'll be styled. Yeah.
Yeah. So ether. I guess we can do like ether. input. Perfect. Okay, and in this case, what we're doing is like with like an amount, right?
Amount and a set amount kind of thing, right?
In this case, the set
Yep.
is going to be easier because we have, I mean, we pass this on the ether input. So this is not reason, set amount, and this will be value, right?
Yep.
Like that. Okay. Now we need to create like another state. Let's see.
Come on.
Perfect.
Nice.
I mean, I don't want that for now. I think that's enough. Yeah. Come on. It's like playing with me. You see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
why doesn't it like
looks...
address there? There's something weird. Okay.
Yeah, let's see what's happening. Let's see.
What is that?
Oh, undefined. Yeah. So I guess we can do, because this can be undefined, because when you are using a hook, this takes some time to connect to. So we can do something like
address and or something like that.
Exactly. I mean, you are better at that compiling. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay. So maybe what if we like steal some of the styles here, just for we are using like this, let's steal some of the styling. We have like some styles here. So let's steal here and do class name. Yeah, boom. Should be better. Okay, maybe because this is like wrap. Okay, we have the prefix here and the suffix, so maybe let's copy this. This is high level hacking, just like copy and pasting stuff. Okay, I mean,
I didn't see it.
No, okay. I think the border needs to be. Yeah, one moment. This border doesn't need to be. Okay, let's see. Oh, better, right?
A little padding.
Yeah.
A gap? Is it gap or padding? Which thing are we talking about here?
No, we will have a flex here, so I think
margin.
Just like margin.
Yep.
Whatever. Okay.
Oh, pretty. So pretty.
And look at this, like this new, like the ether input. You can just say like 10 ETH, and it's going to compute how much dollars. So that's amazing.
Swapping between the two.
Okay, so what else? We need the actual button, and then like the call, right? So it can be here, and then this can be also like we have a class name here. Class name. Let's see if this works.
I think one of the things I've learned here is I always go up and start working on the use state as soon as I'm starting to mess around with the input. And the fact that you set up the value and the on change ahead of time gives your AI the ability to guess what state you need. So you kind of almost want to do the value and on change as you're writing it, and then go back up and let the AI pick this, like fill.
But I think like if you do it like the other way around, I think it will also work. Like if you declare, I think so. I mean, I don't know. We can try. So we like this, right? So let's give it like some. This is going to be ugly. So let's do like some lazy UI throwing magic. So this btn primary. Class name. Let's do like the class name here. Okay, margin top. Okay.
Nice. Needs to be centered though, but it's getting close.
Come on, okay. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we can do like maybe like flex here. So yeah, that's better actually. Like let's remove the margins and let's do like a class name. Let's do like flex. This is going to be like flex call with a gap of 3. And
so flex call puts them in a single column. Is that right?
Yes. If not, it's going to be on the same row.
Okay, got it. So flex is telling it, let's put everything into a row, and flex call is moving it back to that's going to be in columns of things. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, like if you remove this, you'll see
they're all like next to each other probably. Flex wants to bring them together. Yeah,
yep.
Got it. Which is really handy for that list that you did earlier, and having things in the list kind of line up right.
In this case, this is good, right?
Yep.
Good enough.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so now we need to do like the actual code, right? We need to wire the hook for the right. So for that, we can use the
I would use scaffold right. Like, well, I would use the
Yes.
thing that you deleted earlier, but it's good to
Yeah, well,
rebuild
let's do it again. Yeah. So this is use scaffold control right, and then open, and then let's do like a contract name. These are all autocompletes, right? Your contract, and then function name is withdraw. Let's see. Double check. It's a string withdraw. Okay. Now what do we need? We need the argument, which is like an array, right? Of what was it? It was like the reason, the amount
Whatever
and
the
the reason.
state. Yep.
Okay. And we have it on the state already. So it's just saying, okay, amount. It's going to, I mean, TypeScript is going to complain for sure. I mean, I'm
If
sure
you
that it's
don't
going
get
to-
it in the right order. Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's going to complain because of the
Because
types
amount
or-
might not be set or something. Yeah, but if you had those, if you flip those around, for instance, and you did reason and then amount, it would complain because it's looking for a string or a big int.
No, but because in this case, both are strings.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So if we do this, I think it's going to complain. Yes, you see,
Yeah.
you're going to say type number. It's not. That's
So we
fine.
need to parse it here.
Because let's see what's saying here. Type string. Okay, so we need a big number. So I guess like we can do like a ethers.
Utils parse ether on it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's going to be here. And okay,
There we
that's
go.
good. Okay. Oh, invalid decimal value. Okay, because that's okay. We need, I guess we need to do this thing also. I guess. Oh, come on. Oh, a string. You don't like that?
Ethers. I feel like
yeah.
Yeah. Now wrap all that in a function and, and call it something like to ETH, two way.
Oh yeah. That's true. Okay, so how do we call this? Do withdraw maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. And we can just like call it here, right? On click. Nope. Like this. I don't know. Is this going to work?
Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah. 99.
30%.
Okay. So now all the streams are full, right? Because we spent like more than 10 seconds. I don't know, 1 minute. I don't know what we have it. So let's try. Okay. So let's do like hola. Then can do 27, I think, 0.27.
Wow. Arbitrary.
Yes. What do you think? Yeah?
Let's
click
do
it.
Ooh. Now we should see, we should see their stream go down too, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
It worked.
It did.
Yep.
So now we should see the 0.23 start to update as you hit the faucet too, right?
Yep.
Very nice. Awesome. So as new blocks come in, we'll see all those streams inch forward as we have, if we have a progress bar eventually. But this is it, right? Like this is the bare minimum. We could basically put this contract out in production, and when we would yarn Vercel after cleaning up some type and linting issues, and we would have a website that's live, and builders could go to it, and we'd need to edit our array of builders, and we'd need to do some admin stuff using the debug stuff, but we'd hide all of that stuff and just show this UI for builders now, and we could go live with it if we wanted to. But yeah, we'll do some more with events and stuff next week or in the future, right?
Yeah, I mean, this has been like a long episode, but
Thanks for sticking with us every time.
Yeah, I mean, we don't take the happy path, right? So this is
right.
So this is like just like tinkering. But yeah, I mean, maybe we'll just need like 5 more minutes and build like the green bar. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm up for it if you want to put the green bar in there for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. If it's not successful,
What-
we can just
okay,
like,
so
cut the video.
yeah. No. I'm interested in your process because do you go to Daisy or do you go to Tailwind to find this progress bar? That's what
Okay,
I want to
in
see.
my head, like I want to be like just like a simple bar. So for
Okay.
me, is in my head what I have in mind when you mentioned it before. It was having two divs, right? You have one div which is like like 300 pixels width, and the background is gray, and then you have like an inner div which is like a child of that with the background green, and you say, okay, that width is like 30%, so it's going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
So you're gonna
also,
draw your own progress bar.
yes, but then
Okay.
that's also like a good, yeah. That's also, we can go Tailwind. I don't think that has like a bar, but maybe Daisy has, so maybe we can have like and see if
I want
Daisy
like a
has
really
like a progress
pretty, like animated one that makes me feel like the bar is like liquid and it like fills up.
progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, but that's not very. I mean, it's just
Keep scrolling. Oh.
No, I mean. 56,
like, and when
okay.
it updates, it like buzzes a little bit and gets a little bigger. I don't know. Yeah. These things should exist though, right? We should be able to copy and paste these things.
Yes. Okay, so should we use one of those?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, HTML. And what is called progress? Okay, nice. Okay, let's copy one of these and see if it works.
Yeah.
This and then okay.
And this is something that we're just pasting in here. We don't need to we don't need to import anything from Daisy UI because it's already wrapped around. It's like CSS stuff. It's out there already.
Look at that.
Look at that. Okay, so we're close. You need to
we just need this number. We just need this number.
Okay. And it's basically the unlocked amount divided by the cap times 100, I think.
Okay, let's do this return now. Well, always here maybe. Yes, right.
Yep.
Okay. So we can
now
do.
You can set some variables up.
Yeah. It's not okay. So we can do like cap. We can copy and paste this. Then we can do the same for it's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess like we don't need this anymore, right? Do you want to display it anyway?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Maybe
it'll depend on what we can like hover and stuff.
We can do like something like
now. Yeah.
Like cap. No, not cap. Like unlocked. And then bar. Something like this.
Yeah. Yep. I like that.
Let's see if that works. Oops. Okay. I mean, this is better. Maybe we'll need like a fixed number here.
Yeah.
Like only two. Okay. So now what do we need to do? Just like the percentage, right? It's just like dividing.
You'll do unlocked.div.
Oh, is this correct?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's trying to make it a number though. I think we want to do all of our
parse float. Maybe parse float.
Oh man. I think we want to do our math as big numbers, right? You should be able to do unlocked.div cap, right? Oh no, it's formatted already. Never mind.
We could do that. Yeah,
we would do that as big numbers. Yeah.
But just out of curiosity, let's see if this works.
That'll work.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess now we need to do, since this is like a fixed, like a integer, we can do like a math floor, I guess, right? Math floor.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know.
Let's
I'm not very confident.
Let's see what. Not very confident. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Let's see what it says.
Okay, I think I think we need something else. I like a extra. Oh. I'm missing something. Math floor. Oh. Okay, I think we need like an extra. No?
I have no idea.
Let's see what's happening here. So we have parse. Oh,
you want the floor of the whole.
It was like my ID, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
There we go. Yep. Yep, and it's like filling back up. Hit the
Let's see.
faucet, and we should see it fill up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Now you
Let's see.
withdraw some.
Let's do. Okay. Let's do like a weird number, so we can do like.
I think 0.27 wasn't weird enough.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Look at that. Look
There
at
we
that.
go. Yep.
I mean, we have the
It's
bar.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I think
yeah.
that's good. We're right at 1 hour. We did it, everyone. Thanks for sticking around for the streaming grant exploration of BG Labs Part 2. You made it all the way.
If you made it here, like, yeah, I mean, that's
no way. This is great stuff. This is we do this where we just like run into problems and we go through them and we do this as if we were doing them live, and we did. Good job, Carlos.
I think it's pretty cool, like how it went from like just, only 2 different things on the web page to like a very tailored front end. Like I've been itching to say this like since the last 40 minutes. But even with the progress part, like it's pretty cool. Like now we're like the stage the app is at.
Yeah, and I think now, like, if you have like a designer or something that works with you, that's like the next step, right? Like you bring this is what we want to display, and maybe like spending some time thinking about the UX and the UI. And this can be like a really, I mean, I think this doesn't look bad, but you can make like some improvements in the UI and also the UX. But this is like good enough, like you could, I think this is maybe the next day we can talk about the events and maybe like showing some of the, the withdraw reasons from people. Maybe you can click on someone's and you will go to their profile or something, and you will see like a list of all their withdraw and something like that. I don't know.
Let's do that. For next step, let's rope everything together and do some contract work and some front end work, maybe something with the graph, something to how, maybe we talk about indexers or graph or whatever, but basically let's do that next time. Let's kind of bring everything together for a second iteration at trying to make this like maybe not just look a little nicer, but maybe work a little nicer back behind the scenes too. Awesome. All right. Thank you. Happy Monday. See you later. Scaffold-eth Exploration Part 2. Thank you.
Yeah.